Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Alexis Faye Yoga. I am so very glad that you've decided to join me today. Now, our practice today will be a fun Vinyasa flow where we will be moving from the front to the back, to the back, to the front of our mats. We will also be doing a little bit of balancing with standing splits. So you may want a block or another prop to help you with the first few or for all of those balancing poses. Now, if that sounds good to you, roll out your mat, hit the like and subscribe buttons down below, and we'll flow right into it. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to another week of yoga. Stay firm. Sending that right foot back. We will begin our practice today with some happy elephants to move and warm up the whole body. Heel toeing the feet out towards the outer edges of your mat. We'll extend the arms out to a nice wide T. Spread the fingertips and give them a little wiggling. Now we'll twist open in one direction, lifting the back heel as we turn, and we'll twist open in the other. Now we'll let the arms sway from side to side, gently twisting the body. We can allow the hands to come around to tap nicely, or we can let them float out to our sides. We'll start to run out of momentum, slowing our twisting and coming back through center, bringing the feet underneath of the knees, underneath of the hips. We'll pick up the toes, spread them out nice and wide, and set them down. Now lifting the shoulders up to the ears, we'll work them back and down the spine, rotating the pinky fingers forward, so we're really drawing those shoulder blades back and into kiss together. We'll draw the chin in. We'll press into the toes. And we'll take a few deep breaths here, either closing the eyes or allowing the vision to be soft. Breathing in through the nose. Fully letting that breath go before starting fresh with a new breath in. With our next in-breath, we'll circle the arms up overhead, reaching them tall towards the ceiling. We can keep the eyes forward, or we can follow the hands up towards the ceiling. With our exhale, we'll swoop the arms out to our sides as we bow the chest forward. Inhale, we'll move to a halfway lift, moving our weight into our toes, reaching forward with the top of the head. Exhale to fold. And we'll take a little bit of time here to play around in this pose. Maybe wiggling out the hips or pedaling out the legs. Maybe you'd like to walk the feet a little further away from each other. Or maybe you'd like to grab for opposite elbows and find a sway to the upper body. With our next in-breath, we'll move back to that halfway lift. Long through the spine, reach forward with the top of the head, flatten out the back. Exhale, we'll fold forward again. Nodding the head yes. Shaking the head no. Letting the arms wiggle out towards the floor. Adding a little more bend to the knees. We'll start at the lowest point of our spine as we ragdoll. Really taking our time. Slowly rolling up the spine. And then finding some shoulder rolls or some shrugs at the top. Wiggling out a little bit to make our way to the top of our mat. With a big breath in, we'll send the arms up towards the sky. Eyes can follow, or they can stay forward. Exhale, hinging from the waist, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands down. We'll pick up our right foot, so pressing down into the left. And we'll lengthen long through that right leg. Holding it here, lifting high with the heel. Then slowly, we'll drop our right toes down. We'll bring a full breath in. And an even larger breath back out, planting our right hand beside our front foot. We'll reach the left hand up towards the sky for a gentle twist. Exhale, we'll circle that left hand down and around towards the floor, planting the hands on either side of that left foot. We can find a little forward and back rocking. Popping our right foot up, we'll reach it up towards the sky. Now, if you have a block or a prop, it may be helpful to place the hands on top to help with the balance. Now we'll bring that right foot in and set it down beside the left. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. We'll reverse swan dive the arms. Send them out towards the side. We'll lift up from the chest. Reach the hands high. The eyes can follow, and we can find an optional baby back bend. Or we can keep the eyes forward. Exhale, hinging from the waist, we'll forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands down. We'll move our weight into our right foot. Pick up the left. We'll reach back with the left toes. Now slowly, we'll drop the left toes down, finding our lunge. We'll bring a large breath in through the nose and fully let it go. Planting the left hand down beside that front right foot. We'll reach the right hand towards the sky, gentle twist. Exhale, circle the right hand around, frame out the front foot. We can again find some forward and back shifting motions to pop us up on that right foot again. Option to pull that block in close as we lift our left leg up towards the sky. And we'll start to bring that left leg in and settle it down beside the right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive the arms. Reach towards the ceiling. Optional baby back bend. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands down. We'll pick up our right foot. Send it back behind. And we'll slowly drop the right toes to the earth. Now bringing our weight into both feet equally. Pressing into the toes. With our in-breath, we'll lift the upper body, finding our crescent lunge. A slight bend to our right leg as we lift the chest up tall. With an exhale, we'll hinge from the waist and we'll float the chest over our front leg. Now squeezing the shoulder blades into the spine, we're reaching the pinky fingers towards each other. With our inhale, we'll lift back up. And we're going to open up towards our right side mat for our warrior two. Feet are perpendicular. We'll flip the left hand up and over the body, reversing our warrior. And then we'll come back through center to our neutral warrior two. Lengthening out through the left leg, we'll pick up the left toes as we pivot them to our side mat. For our star pose, lift the chest, reach the hands out wide. We'll bring the chest forward again as we pick up our right toes and turn them to our back mat, bending into the right knee, warrior two on this side. With our exhale, our back hand, our left hand will drop towards the floor, planting beside our right foot as we reach our right hand towards the sky for gentle twist. Exhale, we'll circle that right hand down and around, frame out our right foot. We'll find that forward and back shift to pop us up on our right foot. Now we can move to our standing splits, reaching the left leg up, or we can reach the right hand back for our left ankle and point the knee towards the sky. Exhale. We'll let go of the leg, extending it long. And we have an optional Shiva squat here, bending into our front leg slightly as we bring our left knee in to connect it to our right leg. Our toes are off the back right side of our mat. And then we'll extend the leg out long again. And then step the left foot down beside the right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Reverse swan dive the arms. Reaches up towards the sky. Optional baby back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands down. We'll move our weight into our right foot to pick up our left. Reach back with the left toes. And then we'll set the left leg down. Full breath in. Even larger breath back out. Press into the feet. Inhale for our crescent lunge. Slight bend to our left leg. The chest is up and lifted. With our exhale, we'll humble our warrior. Softening the chest to float over the body. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Inhale to lift the chest back up. And we'll open up towards our side mat. Warrior two. Inhale, reach the right hand up and over the body. Exhale to come back to our warrior two. We'll lengthen out from our front foot. We'll pivot to our side mat. Star pose, lift the chest, lift the arms. Exhale, pick up our left foot. Pivot to the top of our mat, bend into the left knee, warrior two. Exhale, we'll swoop our right hand down towards the floor, plant it beside our left foot. Reach the left hand to the sky. Exhale, frame out the left foot. We can find our forward and back shifting again. As we pop us up onto our left leg, we have the option to reach back for the right ankle and reach the knee to the sky, or to find our standing splits with our long front leg, long back leg. Now, optional Shiva squat. Bending the right knee, we'll bend the left knee, and then we'll connect our right knee to the back of our left knee. Lengthen the legs out long. And then we'll bring the right foot down beside the left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Reverse swan dive the arms. We'll reach us up towards the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands down. We'll move our weight into our right foot. And we'll send our left up and back behind. Slowly settling our left foot down. We'll bring a large breath in. And an even larger breath back out, planting the left hand beside our front foot. We'll reach the right hand towards the sky, gentle twist. Exhale, bring the hands back around, frame out the front foot. With our next in-breath, we'll lift up for our crescent lunge, sending the chest forward and up. Exhale to humble our warrior. Floating the arms up and back behind, squeeze the shoulder blades. Inhale to lift. And we'll open up towards our side mat, bending into the right knee. With an inhale, we'll flip our warrior, sending our right hand up and over the body. Exhale back to our warrior two. Lengthen out from the right leg. We'll pick up our right toes. Turn them to our side mat. Star pose. Lift the arms, lift the chest. Bring the chest forward. We'll pick up our left toes. Turn them to the back of our mat. Bend into the left knee, warrior two. Exhale, we'll drop our right hand down towards the floor as we bring it beside our front foot. Reach the left hand towards the sky. Exhale, we'll circle the left hand around, framing out our front foot. We'll find our forward and back shift. Getting ready to pop us up on our left leg. Extending our right up and back, or grabbing for the ankle. For our standing split variation. Optional Shiva squat, bending both knees. And we'll extend our right leg long again and bring it down beside our left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive the arms. We'll send the hands to the sky, optional baby back bend. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant the left foot down. We'll send the right leg up and back behind. Dropping the right toes down. And we'll bring a full breath in through the nose and out from the mouth. With our next in-breath, we'll lift the chest, lift the arms, crescent lunge, slight bend to the back leg. Exhale to humble our warrior. Pull the shoulder blades in, float the chest, engage the core. Inhale to lift back up. We'll open up towards our side mat, warrior two. Inhale, float the left hand up and over the body. Exhale, back to our warrior two. Lengthen out from our front leg. We'll turn it to our side mat. Lift the chest, star pose, wiggle it out. We'll pick up our right toes, pivot to the top of our mat, bend through the right knee. Now we'll drop our left hand down towards the earth as we pivot around for a gentle twist. Exhale to bring the right hand down beside our front foot. We'll find some more of those forward and back movements to pop us up on our right. Standing splits. Optional Shiva squat. Connecting the front and back of our knee. Extending long. And then we'll bring the left foot down beside the right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive the arms will reach us up towards the sky. Exhale to drop the hands down. We'll take a moment to wiggle out, to reset. And we'll do that flow one more time on each side. Coming back towards the top of our mat. With a big breath in, we'll send the arms up. Exhale, hinge from the waist, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the left foot down. We'll pick up the right. Send it up and back behind. Slowly bend through the left. And drop the right toes down. Inhale for our crescent lunge. Exhale to humble our warrior. Inhale to lift tall. We'll open up to our right side mat for a warrior two. Inhale up and over the body to the back of the mat. Exhale back to our neutral warrior two. Lengthen out through the left leg. Pivot to the side mat. Star pose. Pick up the right toes. Pivot to the back of our mat. Warrior two. Exhale, drop the left hand down towards the floor. We'll pivot to a gentle twist. Exhale to bring the right hand down beside the front foot. Making our way to our standing splits. We'll reach the left toes up tall or the left knee up tall. Optional Shiva squat. And then extend both legs long again. We'll drop the left toes down beside the right. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Reverse swan dive the arms, reach towards the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. We'll lift our left leg, send it up and back behind, and drop the left toes down. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale to soften the chest, to float over our front legs, squeeze the shoulders. Inhale to our crescent. We'll open up towards our side mat, warrior two. Flip the right hand up and over the body. And back to our warrior two. Extend the right leg long. We'll pivot to the side mat. Star pose. Pick up the left toes. Pivot to the front of our mat. Warrior two. Inhale, reach up and over the body. Exhale, back to our warrior two. We'll drop our right hand down beside our front foot. Pivot for a gentle twist. Exhale to bring the left hand down. Frame out our front foot. Shift forward and back. Pop us up on our left. Reach the right toes or right knee up high. Optional Shiva squat. And then extend the legs long. We'll bring the right foot down beside the left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the right foot down. I'll pick up the left. Send it up and back behind. And we'll set the left toes down. Inhale to our crescent lunge. Exhale to our humble warrior. Inhale, crescent lunge. Lifting and rotating open, warrior two. Inhale, up and over, reverse the warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Lengthen out through the right. Pivot to the side mat. Inhale, star pose. We'll pick up the left toes. Pivot to the back of the mat. Bend in the left knee, warrior two. Flip the left hand up and over the body. And back to our neutral warrior. We'll drop the right hand down towards the earth. Plant it beside the left. Reach the left up. Exhale to bring the left hand down. We'll forward and back shift. Making our way to our standing splits. Reaching the right leg up tall. Optional Shiva squat. And extending the leg. We'll bring that right foot down beside the left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive the arms, reaching us tall. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands down. We'll pick up our right leg. Send it back. And drop the right toes down. With our in-breath, we'll lift the chest, lift the arms, crescent lunge. Exhale to soften the chest forward, sweep the arms, squeeze the shoulder blades. Inhale to lift. We'll open up towards our side mat, warrior two. Flip the warrior up and over. Exhale to come back to neutral. We'll pick up our left toes. Pivot to our side mat, star pose. Exhale to pick up our right toes. Pivot to the top of the mat, warrior two. Inhale, flip the warrior, right hand up and over the body. Exhale, warrior two. We'll drop the left hand down and around for a gentle twist. Exhale to bring the right hand down and around. We'll shift forward and back. One more time, popping us up onto our right. Sending our left up. Optional Shiva squat. Before extending long again. Drop the left toes down beside the right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive the arms. Reach us to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands down. We'll step, hop, or float both feet back. Finding our plank pose. Spreading the fingertips out nice and wide. We'll shift a little further forward. Exhale, chaturanga to an up dog or to our cobra. We'll send the hips up and back behind down dog. And we'll take a little bit of time here to wiggle out in this pose. We can pedal out the legs, we can swivel out the hips. And then we'll drop the knees down to the mat and walk the hands in. Finding our tabletop pose. With an in-breath, we'll shine the chest forward, lift the eyes. With our exhale, we'll reach up through the mid-back, chin to chest, and tuck the tailbone under. We'll move back and forth with our cat-cows, moving with your own breath. Coming back through our tabletop. We'll walk the knees out a little wider, bring the big toes into touch. We'll slide our right hand underneath of the chest. And with a nice big breath in, we'll reach the left hand up to the sky. With our exhale, we'll thread that left hand all the way through to our right side. So we bring the shoulder and side of face down. We'll press into the right hand to help us unthread the left, reach the left hand to the sky. Exhale to bring the left hand down, set it down underneath of the chest. With a nice big in-breath, we'll reach the right hand up. Exhale, we'll thread that right through our left, bringing the shoulder and side of face down. Now we'll press into the left, unthreading the right, send the right to the sky. And we'll bring the right hand down. Now pressing the hips back towards the heels, we can settle the chest towards the floor, either with our arms out in front of the body, or we can bend at the elbows and find a stack to our forearms and drop the forehead on top, finding our wide-legged child's pose. Now we can stay here a little longer in our wide-legged child's pose. We can bring our knees, our legs closer together for a more traditional child's pose. Or we can circle the legs around and make our way to a shavasana. But we'll take a little bit of time here. A little bit more time here. Closing the eyes. We'll slow the breathing down, bringing it back to a more natural pace and rhythm to you. With each exhale, we'll allow the body to soften a little further into whichever pose we're in. Noticing the areas of contact to the floor. Maybe allowing those areas to soften, or the places around those areas to relax. Maybe dropping the shoulders a little further away from the ears. Maybe pulling the mid back towards the floor. Allowing the whole of the body to soften towards the earth below you. We'll bring another large breath in through the nose. Letting it go as a sigh. Fully releasing the breath back out. Another big breath in through the nose. And we'll fully let that breath out with a sigh. One more time, a big breath in through the nose. Maybe even the biggest breath so far. And we'll fully let that breath go as well. Thank you so very much for joining me today. It is always such a joy and an honor to get to spend this time with you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Go in love, go in light, go in peace, and go in joy.